For U.S. manufacturers in 2026, the mountain of digital paperwork, known as computer system validation, has become a primary source of operational waste. Many plants operate under a constant fear of receiving an official citation. To avoid a 483, they often over-validate every piece of software, which unintentionally slows down innovation. Generating a 200-page validation report for a minor software update is a specific form of overprocessing. This volume of documentation adds time and cost without increasing the safety of the product. To address this, the FDA is advocating for Computer Software Assurance, or CSA. This model prioritizes risk-based thinking over the simple collection of signatures. To begin this process for your facility, gather a current validation protocol, highlighters, and the CSA transition checklist from the description. Applying CSA principles allows you to remove the bottlenecks that stall new technology. It is a shift from simply checking compliance boxes to actively managing the data integrity of your systems. Our first step is to map the critical path within your current validation protocol. Review your protocol and highlight only the features that directly impact the batch record, product quality, or patient safety. It is easy to treat every background IT feature with maximum regulatory rigor out of caution. However, a software failure in a user interface does not carry the same risk as a failure in a clinical heart rate monitor. Using a software architecture map, you can map the data flow through your system to see where it touches the product. Label these paths accordingly. Critical data flows affecting the batch glow bright red, while low-risk background processes turn green. Establishing these risk boundaries is the foundation of the CSA model. Without this distinction, your team remains stuck in a documentation bottleneck. Step 2 applies unscripted testing parameters to those low-risk green items we just categorized. Locate the rigid 50-step validation scripts for those low-risk features and replace them with a more flexible testing approach. In this context, unscripted testing does not mean a lack of oversight. It refers to exploratory, ad hoc testing, where analysts use their technical expertise to find actual failure points. This functions as poka-yoke, or error proofing, for your software. You empower your team to find errors through critical thinking, rather than just checking boxes. Traditional CSV traps analysts in a documentation cycle. Here, 80% of effort is spent on paperwork, leaving 20% for testing. The CSA model inverts this ratio to 80% testing and 20% documentation, focusing the burden of proof on actual system performance. Shifting this focus to analyst expertise can significantly reduce release times while maintaining a high standard of safety. We move now to the final phase, implementing automated data capture. Look for any point in your process where an analyst is transcribing data from a screen to a physical paper logbook. This manual transcription is a source of motion waste and a significant risk for data entry errors, both of which threaten data integrity. Implementing automated data capture and electronic logbooks provides a more reliable method for maintaining compliance records in a modern facility. This transition does more than save time. It removes the primary human error source that often leads to negative audit findings. By following these steps, you have transformed a high-volume CSV protocol into a lean, risk-optimized CSA plan. Regulatory standards in the US and Europe are moving toward these assurance-based models as the industry standard. Professionals who can demonstrate how to reduce validation time by 50% while increasing data integrity provide the strategic value needed to move into leadership roles. As manufacturing moves further into AI and automation, the ability to validate these complex systems efficiently using CSA will be a core requirement for pharmaceutical professionals. Is your facility still managing the paperwork of traditional CSV, or are you now transitioning to CSA? I would like to hear about your experiences with current regulatory trends in the comments below. To finalize your own transition plan, download the checklist in the description. By building leaner systems, we ensure more efficient production and safer outcomes for patients.